Hi, I'm Sherrie Hall Everett with SheBizUtah.com, which is an effort to feature some of the amazing business leaders in our area. Today I've got Amy Chandler with My Story Matters. Amy, tell us a little bit about your company and what you do.
So My Story Matters works with different families to tell the stories of children who need it most. We interview families and their children and help find the stories that inspire, motivate, and uplift them to try to, whether that's a homeless shelter or a hospital bed, if for those that are battling illnesses, or the family who's lost a child, we try to encapsulate that story and make it preserved for a lifetime.
So Amy's done this with volunteers and also with donations. And you told me you're up to almost doing about 800 books this year, and that is a huge expansion from where you were at before.
It's true. It's growing rapidly. The ball is rolling for sure.
Well, I hope that you'll go to her website, mystorymatters.org. We're here today to learn a little bit more about what makes Amy tick and why she did this great adventure. So I've got our 5 question segments. So
Okay.
Amy, go ahead, dive in, and let's figure out you.
See. Yeah.
All right. So who inspires you and why?
I don't think I could pick just one person. People who choose to take the time that they have to give and give freely to a better society are the people that inspire me. And at My Story Matters, we have thousands of people that do that. They just give what they have from their heart and they bless lives with it. And that inspires me to be a better person.
Fantastic. All right, let's grab another one.
One.
Ooh, I love this one. What was your bravest moment?
I think, there are so many tasks in this that have been bigger than myself, but I think the bravest moment was that moment when I took this little brainchild out of my head and voiced it to others and said, will you come on this journey with me? Will you join my board? Will you believe in this mission? And will you help us go about doing good? And saying, critique that. Will you join me? What do you think about that? That was where I really...
And did they?
They did.
They
No
did.
one thought I was crazy, so that was good.
Fabulous, fabulous. So it's often hard to just get started, isn't it?
Taking that first step, I think, is always the hardest.
But once you share the vision, boy, you get going.
Yes.
All right,
yes.
let's find another one. Currently, tell me what your biggest challenge is.
I think it's a challenge every nonprofit faces, and that's that the need is greater than the funding. We're always looking for new sources of income to be able to help match the requests that are coming in. There's a huge need to do good. There's so many people that need this gift, and it's finding enough people that want to give that gift so we can give it to other people.
So they can donate at your website?
Yes.
For those? Great. So go to our website if you're interested in making something happen for a child.
That would be wonderful.
All right. What are you passionate about?
Oh, I'm passionate about people realizing that their story really does matter and that they have ability to create that and change that and develop that story, that's within themselves to do that, and that they have the ability to help others and inspire them to tell their story.
Wonderful. So if somebody has a story that they want told, that they need to go to your website,
Absolutely.
or they know somebody, and then you kind of help work through that
Yeah,
process.
word of mouth works great. If you can help us know who needs these stories the most, that's where our nomination button on our website comes into play.
Wonderful. Okay,
Yeah.
next one.
So far, nothing too scary.
We don't want it to be scary. What does life balance look like to you?
For me, I like to use the word harmony instead of balance because music speaks to me, and I think that when you have this beautiful piece of music, there are times that crescendo, and there's times where things are more quiet and calm. There's times where one hand is playing louder than another. And so for me, balancing motherhood and community involvement and all of these things, there's times where it might be really crazy because everything's kind of crescendoing, but and there's times where it's more calm. And for me, it's fitting in the things that are most important in my life. That's family, putting all that in, and then the good just sifts through and fits in the cracks that are left for me.
Good. I love that. I'm musical. So every once in a while I'm looking for a fermata.
Yes,
my life.
taking those fermata moments is valuable.
But yes, I do love the crescendo. So
Yes.
wonderful. All right, our last question.
Let's see. Let's go with yellow.
How did you get into your business?
Oh, I first kind of got the spark of the value of telling your story back when I was 12. And that just has grown and grown and grown. And I loved telling the stories for my own children and being able to give that impact to them. And I just, through inspiration from a higher power, realized that it was time to help other children who couldn't do this for themselves and didn't have anybody else to tell their story, that somebody needed to step in and play that role. And that's kind of where the spark of all this got started.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for coming on today.
Thank you for having me.
Be sure to go check her website out and learn more about her project at mystorymatters.org. And if you know a woman that needs to be featured on SheBizUtah.com, go to our website and nominate her. Thanks.